Okay, Wayne. So I guess pretty good news for LEDCO.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exciting. It's a project we've been working on for quite some time now.
And it's 1,160 acres.
1,160 acres that we acquired, closed on the property last week.
Now, how long had you been working on this?
We had been looking and studying where do we go, where are our next steps, and we've been doing that for the past 4 to 6 years. Currently, in our Longview Business Park, I only have 34 acres that can be developed, existing, remaining. And then in the North Business Park, about 130 acres remaining. And none of the properties are contiguous. So they're small tracts, 10 to 15 acres scattered here and there.
Yeah.
We do have one tract in North Business Park that is about 40 acres.
Okay.
So acquiring this property gives us opportunity to be in the discussion for site consultants or companies that are looking for 50, 100, 500 acres. It gets our name in the discussion.
Now, this is pretty much raw land out there, right?
It is. It's pasture land. I think one small tract is fairly wooded, but for the most part, it's pasture land.
Now, for some big company to come in and look at it, does it have to be partially developed first, or?
Yeah, I mean, we're nowhere near at that point yet. We still have a lot of engineering and planning and design work to do. Discussion regarding utilities. How do we provide utilities there? We have had some preliminary discussions with SWEPCO regarding power. But yeah, we're a ways away from any type of shovel or blade moving dirt.
What kind of a challenge is it to figure out the lots? You know, if you're going to go ahead and put in some roads and some infrastructure out there, you got to be careful, or you could limit yourself, right?
That's right. And it's just part of the whole planning and design. Looking at the existing topography of the property out there. So we do know there's a couple of areas that we'll have to design around. I think there's one stream that flows through a portion of it that we'll have to design around. But really what we're hoping to do is kind of create more of a campus-like atmosphere. We won't look at the traditional heavy manufacturing to locate there. It's just more of a campus and kind of offering amenities that would attract a younger workforce, such as a picnic area or walking trail, landscape buffers, preservation of as much of the wooded area as we possibly can.
So you can make it like partially a park area, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's a good idea. It seems like that would make it attractive to other businesses.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so what was the last big business that came in that needed a lot of acreage?
I guess probably the Gap Old Navy project, and they currently reside on 140 acres.
And that pretty much ate up the land, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is outside the city limits?
It is. It is outside the city limits. It is within our ETJ, our extraterritorial jurisdiction, which we have legal authority to invest and provide incentives for companies in. But it's really advantageous for us to do that because the city will not annex it, but the city can provide industrial development agreements for companies as part of an incentive package, much like we've done with Eastman Chemical over the years or Cisco Foods.
Do you feel like there's any industry or businesses that you've lost the last few years because you don't have the acreage?
That's hard to measure, but I think certainly we've lost opportunities or we've missed opportunities because we didn't have sufficient acreage.
And I guess, it's a challenge finding that much acreage together.
It is. It's very, like I said, it took us quite a number of years. Those large tracts like that just don't exist. They're, in fact, looking through probably from Dallas toward Louisiana, I don't know of any tract in existence or any park that would have that much property contiguous like we have.
Yeah, in fact, that was the next thing I was going to ask you because, you're driving along, it looks like there is, but I guess, multiple owners, problems like that. Right?
Yeah, and then encumbered land, especially here in East Texas with pump jacks and oil and gas lines. That's always a challenge. And then finding an area where you can get utilities. That's always a challenge.
Yeah, right. So would this be, what would it be connected with as far as water and sewer?
Well, currently it's in Gum Springs Water District, so we have not even sat down with them. We intend to, and discuss how we can work together to get adequate water for any type of business that would locate there. Same with sewer. We still need to have discussions with TxDOT for access off of Highway 80. So still a lot of work to do.
All right. Anything you'd like to add?
I can't think of anything.
All right. Thanks, Wayne. Appreciate
Sure.
it.